Hi guys, I hope you all are fine. Today I want to teach you how to install the Kubernetes cluster in your local environment. So how can we go the Kubernetes cluster in our local environment? So I will teach you in today this video. Before that, let me tell you about we have the public clouds as well in our in our world. We have the AWS, we have the GCP, we have others as well. So they are also providing the Kubernetes services as a services. In AWS we have the EKS services. Then we in GCBS we have the GKS. So they all are managing the Kubernetes cluster on behalf of you at their end. So you have just to go on the portals and just click on EKS services and tell the requirement of how many nodes you worker nodes you need it. So you just tell him the two or three whatever you are needed. So they will just deploy the Kubernetes cluster with their worker nodes and master node. So here is the come of the master node. So these services are not means to give you to means manage the master node. So they are all providing services means their end, and they are managing the master node at their end. You don't need to be worry about the master node. If anything goes down or if anything goes means wrong with the master node, they will take care of it. So you don't worry about the master node. So you just worry about the worker nodes, how many worker nodes you have. So if you have means afford these things, so you can go with this cluster means this public cloud. They are managing the Kubernetes as a service and providing the Kubernetes as a service to you. So what's the requirements come here means the local deployment. If you can't afford it, then your management says that you need to be deploy the Kubernetes cluster in the local environment. So whether you are using a development environment or whether you are using the production environment. So you need to be means to apply the Kubernetes cluster in your local environment or in your local data center. So there are multiple tools we have to means install the Kubernetes cluster in the environment. We have means KubeADM tool, KubeADM. To help this means to provisioning the Kubernetes cluster. We have the Terraform means to with the help of RKE means the rancher. We have the KubeSpray. We have to means deploy the cluster in the local environment. We have the another lots of tools are available to means Vagrant are also in the pipeline to means deploy the Kubernetes cluster. Kubernetes cluster. These are the tools means major tools are using in industries to deploy the Kubernetes cluster in their local environment. So how can we go install and what things we going to be installed in local environment and Kubernetes environment? Let me show you what is my scenario here, and you can use it as per your uh, demand. So I have means three instances created in my local machine. One is the master and other two are the worker. Okay, so I have created this instance 1, instance 2, instance 2, 1 and 3. So I have three nodes, three instances. One is the master. I have created one is the worker node. This is a third one. This is worker node 2. So we can make this thing means master. We can use master as a worker node as well. If you have means limited resources in your environment and you need three worker nodes here, but you can't go with the I mean say you can't add the another worker node here, so you can use master as a worker node here as also. But the industry and the best practices are means you have to be used as a separate here, separate. Don't include the master node. Don't include the master node in your as a worker node. So this is the best practice, means always separated, means things should be separated. I will go with the one I will make a one video with the master node, means what services are we are using in this master, why we are using it separated. So there is a reason behind it. I will must tell you in my upcoming videos as well. So the master will means communicate with your node as well, and we can do it as this means separate. These are the slave node as well, means every things will be come on and deploy on the slave, but master is managing your cluster, means your Kubernetes cluster. This is your whole Kubernetes cluster from here to, yeah, this is your Kubernetes cluster. So I am also means make this video as a for just use and means to show you how to deploy the master means Kubernetes cluster. So I am going to means deploy the Kubernetes cluster with the help of KubeSpray. Okay, so I'm going to install KubeSpray and launch Kubernetes cluster with the help of KubeSpray. So KubeSpray is a open source, so you can go on the Git and just download and follow the instruction, whatever the instruction are written over there. So I will show you, and step by step we will go and deploy this thing. If any error comes or occur, I will means fix it and then tell you about the error and as well. So and let me show you about my environment here. So here is my master node, which is the IP is 192.168.2.11. I have the master another node one, which is a IP of 114, and another one is I have the IP is 116 about the two network. So here is my three things. One is the master, this is my master, and rest of other tools are my as a worker node. I will use it. So let's go and to install the Kubernetes. So just go onto the Google and write the install Kubernetes clustered with the KubeSpray. So your first will link will be come up here, deploy the production ready. So you just go on this GitHub link, and then means follow the instruction, whatever the instruction is coming up here. So you can means use the Ansible. You just go on to the your master node and run these commands. So there is no need to be run on the following others ones. So just open it and let's run it. The pip command is not here, so let me install it. Yum install python 37. So let me check the which is the right version. So this is the right version of to means write the command of pip3. So I'm going just hit enter. It will be install the pip3 in your master node or whatever you means to access your cluster. I'm accessing my cluster from my master node, so I'm just running over there. If you means don't put anything for run the any this cluster from your master node, so you have to means run these things in your separate node, and from that separate node you have to means apply all the things from there to here. So right now I'm just using as a master, and all the things are going to be like that. I'm just show you. If you using master, if you are using or you are using a local system, okay, your cluster is here, your master, your worker, then your worker, your cluster here, and you are managing or deploying the cluster from here. So you have to run all these commands on this computer, not this or this or this. But in my case, I am using this as a cluster or managing the cluster from the master node. So if you are managing or adding something like that, so you have to be means go on that node and run that commands on. So all the things are pushed on the master and on the worker node from my local system. So you have to means make sure your local system directory should be copied if it is installed or means deleted. It not be, must not be deleted, because if in future these directories and the files are will be used for the future reference. So I'm using this node as a master because uh, for the means accessing the future as well. So let the things I think already done it. So let's one by one and install the Kubernetes cluster. So just copy it and paste it. So it will be means gathering the requirement. So it says there is nothing. Why is nothing? Because we didn't get the GitHub link. So I think the git command is not, yeah, git command is here. So no worry. So we just git clone and the inventory. So just first go on to the code and copy, and then it's good practice. You have to means uh, uh, directory, make a directory. You can make any directory, git clone, then clone the directory and then hit the enter. So your cube directory will become on your machine, then you can run all the things whatever you want to be run it. So that's the reason we get the error on the first time. So now the directories have been completed. Now we have to means go on to the this folder, and now we run uh, our last command, which is requirement one. So it's now gathering the requirement and collecting all the Ansible things you need to be installed in their master node, or whatever the user are, whatever the system you are using in at your end, it will be installed over there, and then they push all the things from here to another machine. So it will take little bit time. So let's see, just wait. It's still going on the installing or downloading your packages as per the requirement. So it's depend upon your internet speed as well. So let's wait, and once it's completed, let me show you again all the things one by one, and we will install the things as well. So the Kubernetes cluster means very needful and very highful nowadays. So industries are very means using their apps on the Kubernetes, because the Kubernetes has a vast variety of to manage your version controlling, means your monitoring all the things. Means it's very easy to means deploy or your apps or like that one. So the easiness of the Docker orchestration, you can say that is Kubernetes in the terms of code. So now we have successfully installed our one requirements of the file. So let's go for the next step. So what is the next step here? We have means to copy the inventory as a cluster. So just go copy it and then hit the paste. So it's now pasted. So now you means declare the IPs of your machine. So I'm going to means deploy, means telling the what are the IPs I am using in my cluster. So that's why means it's an Ansible script, so it will be recognized by that host 192.168 2.111 is my master, 192.168 2.111 114 and 192.168.2.116. Declaring means the IPs of my cluster, whatever you are using in your environment, just be make sure you have to use that one. So let's go another one, means this is a config file we have. Just copy it and paste it. Okay, it's done. So now you means check all the inventories we have, means all group wars, just checking all the things, mean whatever the things we have, means if you need to means change the any network topology or network things, mean you need a network of funnel or calico or another one. So you just go on to the uh, clusters and change it as soon as you want. So let me show you my cluster. We have to means change this thing. So just let me check it. So we have means to change the which tell the our script which is the our master node, which is the worker node, and what are others worker node. Means you means to tell the customer your cluster to which is the master node and which is the worker node. So how can we change it? Means go on to the uh, inventory inventory and we can go my cluster and then we hosts. So go into this and you have to tell them, means what is the kube controller plane here. I just said there is the kube controller host name is node 1 or node 2 or node 3. We have the master one, means master slave node 1 node 2, all these things in our environment. So let me change it the host names, because we have the different host name here in our environment. Means you can say that you whatever you call it, you can do it as per your, because it will be always recognized by the IPs. So I said the one is the master, so my one node is the master here. Because why is master? Because kube control plane is always installed on the master. Then we have the worker nodes. I said the 2 and 3 are my worker nodes. So HCD cluster, I just say it should be on 3, you can say, or it's up to you. So it's best practice to means do the cluster always in the even form, old form, sorry. So I said the HCD cluster should be on the 1 or 2. Okay, so let's go onto the save it, and now we can done all the things, just Ansible playbook, and this command. One error will be I come up, and I think we will do and fix it as well. So let's hit the enter. Let's see the error, what will be the error here. So if it's not come, definitely we will go and check it. Yes, the error will be changes here, cannot be connection via this IP. So because we are using here on this node and it's not accessible by itself, so let's make it and fix it. So I just copy SSH ID on my this host, local host, so it will be now. I hope the error will not become. So let's see and move, hit the enter and install the Kubernetes cluster in your environment. So it's now means it's an Ansible script and checking all the things. All the distribution means all the parameters are here. You can use or change the network as well. There is a file in the networking means cluster file, which we will tell you means how to change the networking plugin in your Kubernetes cluster. So it's depend upon you to means change whatever you want to change it, you can change. So it's a means for your knowledge purpose, so I have changed nothing in it. So just telling you how to means do these things. So it's going on. It will take little bit time, means 20 to 30 minutes. It's depend upon your internet or your resources, whatever you are using. So let's wait. And once it's completed, I will go on to the Kubernetes cluster and show you how many nodes we have. Installation is still in progress. You can see means all the things are going system check, all the DNS configuration, resolve.conf, DHCP. So these are the things are still going on. It will take time to install it. So just please wait.
So guys, the Kubernetes cluster have been deployed in my 3 nodes with the help of KubeSpray. So you can see my means deployment is all means doing very good in a very effective way. So if you face any problem, please let me know. And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you like this one. And it's depend upon you means to making a cluster in either in any public cloud or in your local environment. I have already told you means installing the just 3 instance, whether it's you be in Ubuntu or CentOS. So guys, just check and these things and let me know if you face any problem. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.